Welcome back, everyone. Check out my new additions to the studio. I'm actually really excited about these. Some of these movie posters you've already seen. Since my last video, I've added a few. Two from my favorite horror franchises, Halloween and Friday the 13th Part 3, which is my favorite. That's the one where Jason actually gets the hockey mask. And RoboCop. RoboCop, I've watched so much that I can recite the entire movie all the way through. It's really annoying, as you can imagine. So I don't blame people when they don't want to watch it with me. Anyway, The People Under the Stairs was written and directed by the Wes Craven. Now, I love Wes Craven. Kind of. I don't really like his popular franchises for some reason. Nightmare on Elm Street and Scream, they never really did it for me. But I love his more obscure stuff. The People Under the Stairs is all over the place. I mean, we've got some dog punching, S&M leather suits, and a little incest on the side.
Wait a minute, brother and sister?
Brother and sister.
But before I get too far into it, can we just talk about the title? The People Under the Stairs, it reminds me a lot of like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. How the title is like a complete sentence. I think this makes for a really strong title that it just works so well in horror movies. And I think Wes Craven thought so too.
Just what did happen in the last house on the left?
The People Under the Stairs are like a bunch of creepy, disfigured, zombie-like people that lurk in the basement and in the walls of some rich family's mansion. It seems like the people under the stairs would be the bad guys, but it's made pretty clear early in the movie that this isn't the case.
You know the punishment for losing silverware.
I'm sure it's right here.
I know it was there.
Fork found!
The real villains are the rich man and woman living inside the mansion. They don't really have names though, they just refer to each other as mommy and daddy. But I'm not gonna say that.
That's gross.
And to make things even worse, even though they live together as husband and wife, they're actually brother and sister.
Wait a minute, brother and sister?
Brother and sister.
Over the years, these sickos have kidnapped children to raise them as their own kids, but if they misbehave, they cage them in the basement under the stairs. I know, this is a great story to tell your kids when they don't want to eat their broccoli. Anyway, these sicko siblings are trying to rid all the poor people out of their neighborhood by buying up all the houses and apartment complexes and ghettos so that when the families can't pay their rent, they evict them. Well, our main character, Dexter, is from one of these poor families. And Dexter joins up with a couple of guys, Leroy and Spencer, to help rob their landlord's mansion. Spencer dresses up in a disguise to get himself inside.
Help you?
Gas company, man. Got an emergency? Got an emergency? Need to check your meter.
Once he gets in, the man and the woman leave. So Dexter and Leroy sneak inside to see what's going on. And once they get in, the movie really takes a different tone. It feels like a time travel movie. Everything up to this point felt like something from the early 90s. The setting, the characters, the outfits. But everything inside the mansion seems like it's from 100 years ago. All the furniture and decorations all seem like something from the 1800s. Even the fixtures. Check out these light bulbs. They look like they're like lanterns or something. Well, once they get inside, things really start heating up fast. They find Spencer's dead body, but before they can escape and figure out what's going on, the brother and the sister comes back and they kill Leroy.
Got him! Oh, dang!
They nearly get Dexter too, but he outruns their dog and punches it in the face. Let's see that again. I love that scene. The man chases Dexter all around the mansion, and, I mean, this guy is straight up Ash from The Evil Dead. And as if this movie hasn't been crazy enough, the man puts on, like, a full-body leather suit. It's as if, like, chasing and killing kids is, like, a kink for him. That's just inappropriate. Dexter escapes into a room with the help of Alice. She's a girl who's been locked up inside the mansion. She thinks the sicko couple are her parents, but she was actually kidnapped when she was a baby and has been held prisoner ever since. She introduces Dexter to Roach, one of the people under the stairs who escaped and now he lives inside the walls. Roach shows Dexter hidden passages that lead to all sorts of places around the mansion, including the basement, where he frees the rest of the people under the stairs. They take care of the woman, leaving Dexter to handle Mr. Weirdo S&M all by himself. Dexter eventually finds a vault filled with gold coins and cash and, for some reason, dynamite, which he uses to blow up the mansion, killing the man, but leaving everyone else unhurt. Because up to this point, this has been such a heartwarming movie. So, I mean, why ruin it with an unnecessary death? Money rains down onto everyone in the neighborhood, and they all live happily ever after. This is such a great spin on like the haunted house horror trope. Even though there isn't anything supernatural, like spirits or curses, the visuals inside, like the old-fashioned mansion, they're very ghostly. Plus the fact that you can hear people screaming in the distance and you can hear people crawling around through the walls. It just gives it a very haunted feeling. Alice even makes these little dolls to remember all the people who've died in the mansion, which really adds a little kind of a voodoo spice into the story. It's very cool. I mean, I wouldn't have been surprised if the dolls came to life and helped them escape. Jordan Peele signed on to produce a remake, which doesn't surprise me at all. A lot of what he's been involved with deals with racial issues, and The People Under the Stairs is no exception. You've got like a rich family hoarding an enormous amount of wealth while all the poor minorities around them struggle to make ends meet. The white family really hates being surrounded by all these minorities, and even though they seem kind in public, they're always cautious and suspicious of poor people. It also touches on white privilege. Like, no matter how awful and creepy they are, the white family always seems to like fly under the radar when police get involved.
Is this your van?
Goodness, no. It was just standing here when we got back from shopping.
At one point, the cops even come out to investigate reports of kidnapping, but they're so friendly and understanding.
I'm so sorry you all had to come out at such an hour for such a silly thing.
And this is almost the true horror of the movie. How a rich white family suppresses so many minorities and literally gets away with murder.
Cream and sugar.
Ultimately, it's up to the poor minorities to take care of them. The People Under the Stairs came out in 1991. But these race and class issues are still relevant today, and I'm really interested to see what Jordan Peele does with them. But no matter what changes he makes, he better leave one thing the same. Thanks for watching, everyone. My name's Kenny. Don't be afraid to click that circle to subscribe. You won't be disappointed. Until next time, let's not just watch movies, let's talk about them too.